Alright guys, we've got another video for you. This time it should be a little bit shorter video, but I am going to show you how to add an animation with an animated sprite. So I'm going to start with a new scene. What we're going to be using are these coins that I've added right here. You're going to download those from Schoology. So you're going to start with the coins. I have bronze, I have gold, and I have silver. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to choose other node. I'm going to just use an animated sprite. So animated sprite. There it is. And I'm going to call this one a silver coin. Like that. Before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and save my scene. So Control S. I'll put this in the scenes folder, objects, and we can just call it silver coin. I've got silver coin _1 here because I've already done this once, but doing it again for you guys. So I'm going to save it as silver coin under scenes objects. Save. Alright. You're going to select on the silver coin, and over here, or on the animated sprite that you just named silver coin, you come over here to the right hand side, you've got frames. Click on frames and say new sprite frames. Click. And then I'm going to click it again, and this little box at the bottom is going to pop open, and you have animation frames. Now what you can do is you can take the pictures and drop them into here. So I've got them numbered silver 01 to silver 10. So if you drag and drop them in, they should be in order, the correct order. Let's see if it works. Alright, so I've got all the frames in there. Over here on, let's see, I'm going to click on animated sprite again. And over on the right hand side, you can click the button that says playing. You can turn it on. And now you can see your coin playing. And what's happening is it's just going from the first frame all the way to the last one, right in order. And you can change the FPS speed right here. So you could do something, I don't know, let's do 10. Spins a little bit faster. 15. And you can have it on loop. You can turn loop off. We're going to go ahead and leave looping on. And now we have the animated sprite. So this will save you quite a bit of time from using the animation player. With the animation player, you can make different changes, like different sizes and different movement and stuff like that. What I have here, this is going to just play one right after the other at a certain speed. If you want to rearrange these sprite frames, you can click on one and then use this little arrow right here, and it'll change the order of them. I think I've already got them in order. It just goes from 01 to 10. But if you wanted to rearrange it, you could do that. Alright, so that has now created an animated coin for you to check out. I want to show you a little bit of what I did with this other guy here. Let me check him out here. Let me see. Okay, let's take a look at this guy here. Where is he? Alien 2 Bones. Alright, this guy is just like that one we've been working with, those aliens, except for there's a little bit of a difference here. If you'll take a look at all of these different sprites, I've got several different sprites here. And then you can also take a look at my animation player. I've got several different sprites that all do different things. What I did with my guy is I went to the sprite, and if you'll look in this folder, sprites, oops, let's see, sprites, alien sprites. You have two folders here. One of them says frames and one of them says pieces. I went to the pieces folder and I took all of the pieces of my character and I lined them up so I could create the little alien guy. And then I moved each individual piece around. Now each one of these each one of the aliens has all the little pieces for you to move around. So if you wanted to make your own animations, you could. So that's what I did. I made my own type of walk. And how this walk is working is I moved each one of those pieces individually and keyframed what they're doing. I'll give you guys a brief example of how to do that here in just a second. Here's the I also made like this little power attack, and here's what it looks like. I was even able to make it where his hammer would change, just his hammer, not his whole body, would change colors and get bigger and move faster. Now, making an animation like this took me quite a bit of time. Basically, I would just put everything in and move it where I wanted it to be at each individual frame to make that look. Let me show you how to do this. Okay, so I'll close this and we'll open up a new frame. Let's just go to kinematic body, alien. I'm going to use alien 12. I have no idea what alien 12 looks like. So let me take a look at alien 12. Here he is. He's got a body. He's got some claws. And he's got hands. He's got a head and a blinky eye. Looks like you can make it look like his eye blinks. Legs. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll add these little parts in here, and then I can add an animation player. Let's see if I can just make his hand look like it is closing. Okay, so you see how this head right now is on top of the body? I don't really want that. I want it kind of behind it. So what I would do for that is I'd want to move this up to where the body is below. So what I can do is control, oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think you hold control and press, nope. What's the shortcut? Yeah, it is control up. For whatever reason, it doesn't like listening to me. So I'm just going to do move up, move up, move up, move up, move up. Okay, so now the head is falling behind that glass. Alright, let's move the arm, the hand, let's move the hand. I'm just going to do a really simple animation. I'm just going to make it where the claw kind of like, I don't know, closes and opens. Let's do that. Alright, so I'm going to do a new animation and I'll say claw open. Alright, so what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to keyframe where all these pieces are and which pieces are what. So I'll keyframe the head, keyframe the body, keyframe the claw, and it might be smart for me to call this claw like the top claw, and then like bottom claw, and this part to me, this is the arm. Let's do arm. Okay. So I'll go ahead and finish keyframing. So I got top claw, bottom claw, and arm. Alright. Head, body, top claw, bottom claw, and arm. Now if I want to make this thing close, I've got them all keyframed. I'm probably going to need to change the rotation and the position. So on the top claw, I'll also come over here to transform, and I'll keyframe this position, and I'll keyframe the bottom claw's position, and I'll keyframe the arm's position. I'm probably not going to move the arm for right now, but you can see that the top claw has a texture and a position. I'm probably also going to need the claw's rotation, so I'll come over here to rotation, and I'll keyframe that. The bottom claw's rotation, and then the arm's rotation. Why not? All right, to make it look like this is opening and closing, I've got these frames that show it open. So let's say I'm going to close it like here and then reopen it somewhere here. So if I want to reopen around this time frame, I can click on each one of these, like the position, and I can say duplicate keys. So now this position is the same for the top claw. That's what that little line right there means. And the rotation, I want to make it the same. And then the same thing with the bottom claw. Duplicate, and the rotation, duplicate. All right, so now nothing's moving yet, but the starting of the claw being open and the ending of the claw being open, I guess I can move it all the way to the very end to maybe to make it simpler for you guys. All right, now if I want the claw to actually close, what I would do is in the middle part of this animation, I would come to the top claw, and let's say I want to, let's rotate it. And click this rotation button right here, and I can rotate it like that. And then maybe I want to move it so it looks like it's closed. Then I'll go to the bottom claw and I'll rotate it and I'll move it. So now it's closer to being closed. Maybe go to the top one and rotate it a little bit more. There we go. All right. Okay, so I've got my new positions for my top claw and my bottom claw. The two things that changed were the position and the rotation. So this top claw, I'll keyframe the new position, and I'm going to do it right there in the center. So if I hit the key, I got the position, and now the rotation, I'll hit the key here. And then the bottom claw, I'll click on the bottom claw, get the position and the rotation. Now if I press play on this animation, let's put it on repeat so we see what it looks like. You can see his hand is kind of making the little like grabbing motion, like he's trying to grab something. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I'm going to save this little animation for myself, so I'll do Control S. I'm saving this scene. I haven't made an Alien 12 one yet, so I'll go to Characters, Alien 10. Here we go, Alien 12. So now I have an Alien 12. Alright, so this is how you make a simple coin animation and a more complicated animation for walking. Now, that same process that I did right here, you can take that same process and you can do things like I did in Alien 2. So over here, let's go to Alien 2. Let me open him back up. Oh, Alien 2. I think I call it Alien 2 Bones. Yeah, because it's got like a bunch of things. Okay, so you can do the exact same thing with like this. So I have the character's animation. I move each one of the parts around just like you just saw with this Alien 12, where I was literally just making his claw open and close. And this way you can get some pretty complicated animations going. And with the simple animation player, this one, or the animated sprite, it pretty much just runs at a certain speed and it plays the frames one after the other. So if you have a real simple animation like a coin spinning or something like that, you probably want to use the regular animated sprite. And if you want to make a character that has a whole bunch of different animations, like running, jumping, doing special attacks, and all kinds of stuff like that, you probably want to get each individual piece of the character, draw it, and then move them around with the animation player, and you can make some really cool stuff with it. And it doesn't limit you. It doesn't mess up your drawing. You don't have to keep redrawing the same thing over and over. You can just use the animation player that Godot has built in. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. You guys have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one.